All right, you guys, hello, welcome. We are going to kick off our team call tonight. We're going to be running an 8-week series. And I just want to make sure I have this recording here. Yep. Okay. So hopefully you can hear me okay. My name is Megan White. I am the founder, I guess you could call, of our downline. I have some really, really exciting news slash kind of announcement slash, sorry, I haven't showered from after my shift shop workout. Some just exciting stuff that's going to be happening. I wouldn't say happening, that is going to take place, start, launch. And it's really exciting for me because I'll share about that in a little bit, but it's been a long time coming. And so welcome. If you are a brand new coach, welcome to our team. I've been a coach for 6.5 years. It's crazy how fast it's gone by. So if you're a new coach, just know that this is a lot of fun. If you put in the patience and the consistency and the hard work that it takes to get your business started and off the ground. But just know that, you can still be here 6 years later, and I hope you're thinking long-term, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight as well. So I've been a coach for 6.5 years. I am a Star Diamond coach, and that's just something fancy for I've, promoted my business to the different ranks, up the scale. And I've hit Success Club for, I don't even know how many months anymore. It's been in a row, five years in a row, almost 5 years in a row. And so I know what it takes to be consistent. I know what it takes to launch your business, to crush your business, to grow your business, to do all the things that it takes to really get to where you want to go. And so just only to give myself a little credibility so you kind of know I know what I'm talking about. I don't say any of that to brag. I just say it to let you know, like, I've been where you are. I know exactly every stepping stone and every challenge and every hurdle and every obstacle that you have faced, will face. I've been through it, and I've gone through it. And I know exactly what you're going through, where you're at, your thoughts, your feelings. I've seen it and done it and been through it all up until this point, 6.5 years worth. So I want to get into the topic here in a few minutes. Tonight we're going to talk about really just the term your why, or like what's driving you or motivating you to want to build your business. Not even just motivating you, but like, what is your driving force? We're going to talk about that. I feel like the term, why, your why, has gotten kind of watered down because a lot of new coaches, and even, up until a few years ago, I didn't really realize that my why was not really my why. When you start as a new coach, you have one reason for wanting to start your business, become a coach. There's different variables. Maybe you just want the discount. Maybe you want the accountability. But as you evolve and as your business evolves and as you grow as a person, and you start to build your team, it changes throughout the course of that evolution of your business. And so I'm going to talk about those different stages a little bit and those different levels, I guess. I maybe wouldn't say levels, but the different stages, the different seasons of your business and what that kind of looks like. And maybe if you don't know what your why is, you have nothing tying you to wanting or feeling motivated enough, not even motivated enough, ambitious enough, driven enough to want to build your business. you maybe haven't really developed your why yet. And that's okay, because it's not something that just automatically comes to people. It is something that, you have to think about, you got to put on paper, you have to really dig deep, and you got to kind of get through those layers of like, what do I really, really, really want? And like, what if, like, just what if? And so I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but the big announcement I want to make, and I'm going to share this on my team page, but I wanted to share with you guys first, those of you that are hopping on live, I wanted to share with you first the big announcement and what's going to be coming. And I didn't really like write notes about it, but I just kind of have like word vomit. I might just spill over to you guys and take the next couple minutes to do that, and then kind of put it together and put all my thoughts and everything in a post in our team page, and I'm also going to be going live and sharing on my page about this, because it's so much fun. It is something that I've been sitting on, praying about, like, just please God, give me a sign, give me something, point me in the direction. Like, I'm open, I'm listening, I'm ready. And that's our team name. And not just our team name, but I've been, when I started our team and started growing our team, my goal was just to not only be inspired myself and live inspired, but inspire other people to take action and to move their life forward, and maybe use Beachbody coaching as an opportunity to do that. And so that was the team name I picked, was Live Inspired. And there's nothing wrong with that, but over the course, again, of our business, I never really felt a deep connection with it. And so not having a team name for the last, or feeling like I have a team name for the last however many years, that was really tough for me, because I'm all about team morale and community and sisterhood and doing things together and fun and friendship and fitness and all of that. And I never really, even inviting to the business, I never felt like I had people or had something to bring people into, other than just our our groups and our team pages and things like that. But to have a team name that really symbolizes and unifies and encompasses everything that I've stood for, I've attracted, the people we have on our team right now, the boss babes that are growing a business, they are they're amazing women, and you guys are amazing people that I wanted to really give a fun name to. And so I've been sitting on it and praying on it, and the team name that is now our team name, We're Level Up. And I just think that's so boom, level up. And now, is it going to be Team Level Up or Level Up Empire or Level Up, whatever? That doesn't matter. Level Up came to me actually many times. I maybe just didn't realize it. But just the other day, last week, I was called. God put it in front of me, and I'm like, this is it. And it really encompasses, I feel like, every part of who we are and what we stand for, not just with Beachbody and our team, but leveling up in our lives, leveling up as a wife, leveling up as a sister, leveling up as a mom, leveling up as a friend, leveling up as an entrepreneur, as a leader, as in our fitness, in our mindset, leveling up in all aspects of our life. Many of us are moms, and going through this last season of postpartum with, my third baby, it has been definitely a season where I've had to level up. And so I just feel like this came at a perfect time. And it really is it doesn't matter what your goals are. It doesn't matter if you want to build a huge business or you just want to simply get the discount and join our groups, our boot camp groups, and get the discount and use the products. It doesn't matter, because if you choose to level up your life, you're going to have more positivity. You're going to get in shape. You're going to feel better. You're going to reach your personal goals, no matter if they're Beachbody related or not. And so I just love that I finally listened to that sign, and I took it and I ran with it. And so my virtual assistant's creating a logo that we're doing together, and we're going to have a training website, and it's just going to be everything about leveling up your life, mindset, business, personal development, so communication, relationships, marriage, everything. Like, we're going to level up together, but it's really going to be the challenge and the push I think that we all need. I attract competitive people because I am competitive, and so I know that you probably have a little bit of grit behind you as well. And so I'm really excited. So I just had to share that with you. More to come on that, but Team Level Up, and that's what we're going to be, and that's who we represent. And I really feel like at my core, that is who we are. That's who I am. That's who I want to be. That's who I strive to be. That is a phrase that pertains to every single area of my life, and I hope to challenge you guys and the new people that we're bringing into our team to do the same, to level up your life and to really just stop playing small and stop trying to be so small that you're trying to fit in this box that other people have put you in, because you don't belong there. You belong on a platform, in a position where you can be yourself, literally go crush your goals and make an impact and be the person that you know that you want to be. And if using Beachbody, the coaching opportunity, as a way to do that, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to teach you how to do that, and we're going to do it together. So that kind of goes into our topic tonight. And I really want to talk about the vision that you have for your business. I want to talk about your why. I want to talk about, like, what is that fire in your belly, and have you recognized it? Have you identified with it? Do you know what it is? Maybe you don't know what it is. Like I said, when I started, I thought it was like one thing, but as I evolved, as I did personal development, as I grew as a person, what I was going through and growing through, my why evolved. And now it's completely different. 6.5 years later, 3 kids later, it's different. And because as your business evolves, you are going to evolve. Therefore, your goals are going to evolve. Therefore, what's pushing you and what's driving you might evolve as well. So I want you to ask yourself some questions, and I'm going to be asking. I hope you have a pen and paper. Hope you have a pen and paper available. If not, go grab one real quick. Okay, so I want you to ask yourself some questions, and you can write these down if you want. But the first few questions I want you to ask yourself are, why'd you sign up as a coach? Some of these might be loaded questions, because you might not be able to just spew out an answer, but that's why you have to take pen to paper and you have to write out what's on your heart, what's on your mind, your goals. You have to write out some of those things that are kind of in your gut that if you said out loud, you'd probably pee your pants. Like, crazy, cool, ridiculous, fun goals. If you could not fail, that's the stuff you have to get out of your brain and on paper, because you have those in your heart. You have that tug on your heart. You have those butterflies in your belly. You have those thoughts in your mind, those goals in your mind. Like that would be really freaking cool if that happened. Because it starts with that. It starts with that before you can even start believing that you can do it. You have to believe it's possible before you can start believing that you can do it. And so initially, why'd you sign up as a coach? I wanted the discount, 25% discount. I was looking for a product like Shakeology when I started. I chose Shakeology because of, obviously, it's amazing. It's like the best ingredients and amazing. And so I chose Shakeology. So I wanted the discount on Shakeology. And I knew that I was already passionate about the workouts and the fitness side of Beachbody because I had been doing their products or using their programs forever. And I was already, excuse me, telling like my parents or my family about them, some friends too, and so I was already telling people about them. And so, I knew that I could passionately talk about the products. So to whoever, friends, family on social media, I could passionately talk about the products. Initially, I wanted a discount. Then I wanted to be able to have my Shakeology paid for. Then my next kind of like, I guess, bigger goal, you would say, was I wanted to quit my full-time job. And the only reason, I hated my job, but the only reason that I believed I could do that was not because somebody sat me down like this and said, hey, if you could not fail, what would you want to happen a year from now? What do you want to achieve from a year from now? If you knew you could not fail, if you knew you wouldn't fail, what would you want to happen? Nobody sat me down and did this. So I didn't know that it was possible. The only reason that I had that as a goal was because I saw somebody else doing it within our team. My coach did it. There were, other people in my team. So I was seeing it happen. So I knew, well, if they could do it, why couldn't I? Right? I hated my job. I was miserable. Didn't want to be there. I wanted to be a full-time coach from home because I knew we were going to start a family soon. And I wanted to be home with my kids. Didn't want to do daycare. I didn't want to leave them. I didn't want to have a 6 to maybe 10-week maternity leave and have to take my newborn baby to a stranger's house while I went to work. Those were just things on my heart. I didn't want to do those things. I wanted to be home full time with my kids. At the time, I thought I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm definitely not cut out to be a stay-at-home mom. So I knew that I needed to use my skills, my creativity, my passion, my something. I wanted my own thing. I wanted something I could pour myself into, that I could earn an income from. Again, I didn't know all this when I started. It was over the course of the first couple of years that I really was like, okay, like this is what I want. And probably even closer to like 2-3 years, because I was being exposed to it by other coaches doing it. And when I started though, I never believed that I could even build a team. Didn't even know how. I didn't believe that I could build a social media following. Had no clue how. I didn't know or believe that I could grow a 6-figure income. I didn't know I could quit my full-time job. Like I didn't know any of those things. And so, because I didn't believe that I could do it, because I didn't know that it was possible, because I was a new coach and I knew nothing about the business side of Beachbody. I only knew TurboJam. I only knew the workouts. I only knew infomercials. So why did you sign up? And is that still the reason? If you're not a brand new coach, is that still your driving force? Is that still your why? Like I said, mine was a 25% discount than it was to get my Shakeology paid for. So I just kind of set one goal after the other. But I knew if I just kept moving forward, my next goal would happen. I just had to stay consistent, right? And so I want to ask you this next question. What are your big goals? I was never taught how to set goals. I was never taught how to write goals down. Goals were not a thing that I really knew anything about. So coming into the business and hearing everybody talk about goal setting goals, reaching your goals, achieving your goals, dreaming big, achieving your dreams, crushing your goals, like all of that lingo was kind of new to me. And so I was never taught to think big. I was never taught to dream big. I was never taught to put that big goal out there and then reverse engineer to work towards that big goal. I was never taught any of that. So you talk about having no clue, like that was me. Was I skeptical of the business? Absolutely not. Why? Why would I be skeptical? I love the workouts. I love the products. What's there to be skeptical about? Because I believed in it. I was passionate about it. I knew the company. I knew what they stood for. I knew their mission. I knew the people associated with it. But now it's learning. Then it was learning how to navigate the business side of it. And I didn't know what a dream board was. I never did them. Even up until like 4 years in, maybe even 5 years in, I never did it. Because I didn't believe that you could actually put a goal on paper and then you could achieve it. This sounds really crazy. In my mind, I thought goals were just things that they were just like buzzwords, like fancy things that people like talked about, and like dreams, really. I didn't know that it was possible to write out, put your goal out in the universe, write it out, and then you could actually achieve it. That sounds crazy. I know. Maybe it's 9:30 at night. My brain checks out at like 7:30. So these 9 o'clock calls might be interesting, especially if I have a glass of wine or something. I didn't. I'm sober. But I didn't think that goals were a real thing. So I want to encourage you to write out your big goals. Like something's on your heart, something's on your mind. You have these visions placed in you for a reason. Maybe your friends and family don't. Maybe you're different that way. I know I'm different. I know I'm different than my friends and family. I have these crazy cool visions, these goals, so to speak, in my brain, and I have this picture of what my life will look like. And it's fun to think about. It's fun to put on paper. And it's even more fun to work towards, knowing that you will crush it and your dream will come true. So what are your big goals? Dream board goals. Financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. What are your big goals? They don't all have to be Beachbody related. But I want you to start thinking long term. I want you to start thinking you will be here a year from now. You will be here 2 years from now. You will be here 3 years from now. This business is about longevity. You're not going to earn $500 a week overnight. You're not going to earn $500 a month overnight. You have to start laying that foundation. And if you can't start laying that foundation until you know what you're working towards. You can't start laying that foundation unless you know why you're working towards what you're working towards. So think about what do you want to be earning per week? to treat this like a real business. From day one, I wish somebody would have sat me down and said these exact words to me, like made a video just like this, had a team call just like this. And maybe they did, but I just wasn't ready to hear it yet. From day one, treat this business like a real business if you want something of it. If you're only a coach for the discount, that's cool too. That's totally fine. Some of this might not pertain to you, and that's okay too. But if you want to use Beachbody and this opportunity as a platform to create financial success, financial freedom, create more time, be able to match your full-time income, create any type of side income to possibly supplement your full-time income, like me, you have to know what you're working towards so that you can start laying that foundation. And you have to know why you're working towards it, because if you don't know why, you're not going to do it. You will not have the discipline and the consistency or the patience that is required in this business. So how much do you want to be earning a month? For me, it was, 150, 200 to cover my Shakeology plus my program, my new program that I would be doing every month or 3 months, because there was no challenge packs, there was no Beachbody on demand. It was all individually sold separately. So then I needed to be earning enough to match my full-time income. So that 200 a month moved to about 200 a week, 250 a week. Slowly I could start, I had 4 jobs when I started. Slowly I could start taking those jobs off my plate. But I knew what I wanted to achieve. And at the time, my why at the time kept me consistent in doing that. Being able to stay home with my babies, with my first baby, being a brand new mom, that was enough right there. Envisioning never having to go back to work, never having to go back to a full-time job, never having to go back to a 9-to-5, never having to put on khakis again, never having to buy dress clothes and wearing clogs or closed-toed shoes every single day, never having to clock in, never having to sit behind in a cubicle, never having to stare at the clock every single day, all afternoon, waiting to clock out. That was enough. Reminding myself of that every day, that was enough to get me to that goal. And then my goals changed and my why changed. How would earning that number that you have in your mind on paper, how would that positively impact your family? These are all questions that you got to just take pen to paper. How would that positively impact your family? How would that make a difference in your family? Again, for me, I'd be able to be home with my kids. That lifted a huge weight off my shoulders, which in turn positively impacted my family, because I wasn't a bitch to my husband every single day because I was stressed out and frustrated and, hating my job. And I just had no balance. I was depressed. I was unmotivated. And it spilled over into every other area of my life. So being able to have that positively impact my family at the time, being able to stay home, not have to put my kids in daycare, not have my paycheck and probably, even more than that, put towards daycare. We've been able to save, we've been able to pay off debt, we've been able to, do things that take trips and go on all the Beachbody trips, and we've been able to do all those things and more. Next question. What What do you feel is holding you back from achieving those goals? Your big, crazy, cool, ridiculous, fun goals. If you couldn't fail, what would those big goals be? But what's holding you back from getting to where you want to go? What's holding you back from thinking that you can achieve those things? We are no different. I am no different than you. I am no different than my coach, Christina, who is a multiple 7-figure a year earner, highest achieved rank in the business, multiple business centers. We are no different. And I know that. I know that now. I wish somebody would have told me that 6 years ago. But we are no different. We're both moms. We're both down to earth. We both like to work hard. We both love this business. We both are in it for the long haul. We both love fitness. We are no different. She's just been doing it longer than I have. And our work ethic, is a little bit different depending on the season of life. I've got 3 small babies. My work is a little bit different now than it was even when I started. I had 3 jobs but no kids. Now I have 3 kids, so I'm in a different season of my life. And it just is what it is, but I've always stayed consistent. I have always had my foot on the gas pedal. And I know the only thing holding me back is me. The only thing holding me back is letting the belief or that self-limiting belief of caring too much what people think, or caring, I shouldn't say caring, but allowing other people, or that thought of other people, to dictate my next step. That's the only thing holding me back, is myself, my self-limiting beliefs, not feeling like I deserve success, not feeling like I could handle success, not feeling like I could be the person that my team would need at a higher level. Can I be that person? Can I deliver? Can I be the leader? Can I be the mentor that I need to be to these people? What if I can't be? Fearing success. Those are all self-limiting beliefs. The only thing holding me back is myself. Imagine if those thoughts went away. Imagine if those thoughts went out the door, the self-doubt, the resistance of not feeling like I'm good enough. What if all those thoughts went away and I just worked my business, followed my heart, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, did it? 5-second rule, Mel Robbins, read it. So what's holding you back? What do you fear? What do you feel fearful of? What are you scared of? This all ties into your why. This all ties into your vision of who you want to be, what you want your business to look like, what kind of impact do you want to make? And on who? Who do you want to help? Who is your lifer? Who's your person? That's kind of a whole nother video, but you got to know these things. Your why will evolve. Your vision for your business, for your life will evolve. And when I say for your business, I mean the longevity that you're seeing, the vision you have for your life is going to happen. Your big, crazy, fun, cool goals are going to happen because of your longevity in this business, because of your hard work and your consistency and your patience and your perseverance and your grit. So what's holding you back from achieving those, or thinking that you can achieve them, from believing that you can achieve them. What is driving you emotionally to build this business? Big business, small business, whatever your goals are. What's driving you emotionally? What do you want from this business? What do you see long term from this business? What's driving you emotionally? Who is the woman you want to become by using this platform, by taking advantage of this opportunity, by really going all in and just jumping and figuring it out along the way? Everything I've learned in this business, I've learned by failing forward, by doing, by doing and doing and doing again, but of failing forward, by just self-teaching myself, self-taught. Who's the woman that you want to become? You want to be known for? What kind of impact do you want to have? What kind of impact do you want to leave with your family? This is a legacy for me. This is something I can pass down to my kids, this business. And because my husband is also enrolled as a coach and I'm building his business center, we now have 2 amazing, endless income opportunity business centers to pass down to our kids. Legacy. Talk about freaking cool. It's just freaking cool to think about. So those are just some questions that I want you to think about. I'm going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes, but I just really want you to get the wheels turning. I want you to not put a cap on your goals, not put a cap on your dreams. You've probably been capped your whole life, whether it's with your job, your income with your job, paychecks, self-limiting beliefs. You've been capped your whole life. Now's the time. I give you permission. You have permission to dream big, to think big, to think about where you want to be in 6 months from now, 1 year from now. Where do you want to be by the end of the year? Where do you want to be by Summit next June? Some big questions to think about. Take pen to paper, write them down, and figure out what you want your life to look like. If there were no time constraints, if there were no financial constraints, what would be that crazy cool vision on your dream board? And then in your life, in your real life. So some things to think about for sure. And just know, personal development is essential for you to understand the potential of this business. Yes. Why you're deserving of success, what you fear, what's holding you back. But personal development is essential to understanding the potential of this business, but also of yourself. And in order to lay that foundation, like I said, you have to know what you're working towards. And you have to know why you're working towards it. And you have to have that emotional connection, that emotional attachment. But you can't have that emotional attachment and see that clear path if you've got all this junk clouding it. The self-limiting beliefs, the doubt, the fear, the being scared, caring what people think, all of that, any junk that you have to work through, blessing and releasing, forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving other people. Personal development is going to help with all of that. And what you go through, you will grow through. And you will come on the other side stronger, better, bolder, more passionate, more convicted. And you'll be able to believe in that potential. You'll be able to believe in the potential of the business. You'll be able to believe in the potential of yourself. So I challenge you to take those questions and to really take pen to paper and write out what some of those answers maybe are. You don't have to have all the answers right now, tonight, tomorrow, but I encourage you and I challenge you to take pen to paper and write them, share them in our mastermind group. If you're not already a part of that, message me and I can get you added to it. But share, in our mastermind group, and if you feel called to, put it out there for accountability, put it out there to the universe, what you want your life to look like, what you want from this business, from the platform of this business, from the impact that you can have from this business. So I hope some of that was helpful tonight, you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. I love talking about this and hopefully got you guys